everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Zfilez, and he's in the Shimakaze, a Tier 10 Japanese destroyer. He's on the map Islands of Ice, and well, it's arms race, so this is a ranked battle. Now there is one raider, Stalingrad, and there is no carrier. So that's lovely. Now you might know Zfilez because he is, well, kind of my only mod on my live stream. And he also streams himself at times. So you might also notice that this battle is going at 4 times the regular speed, and I have the camera unlocked so you don't see his perspective really, because, well, if you go at 4 times the speed, then the original camera movement would be quite a bit, well, erratic, and might just lead to vertigo. Now, oh, he's found a U here. Now the replay is running at 4 times the speed because nothing is happening for the first half of the battle, and I wanted to show it to you anyway, I suppose. Now here he really should have engaged the Yugomo. When you think about it, there are friendly ships close by, there are no enemy ships close by, actually a Kremlin is coming, but when he saw that Yugomo, there was absolutely no downside in engaging that guy in a gunfight. But you know that opportunity has passed. Now so far he hasn't found too much on this flank here, he is taken to buffs though, so that's nice. And it looks like the enemy is heavily on the other's flank. And he's sailing into the radar range of Stalingrad. Now, this is where we give him back control of the camera. And the Stalingrad is radaring. Now, the Stalingrad was likely hunting for the gearing, and it looks like that gearing is, well, doesn't look so healthy. Now, of course, that means that Zfilez is probably pretty safe, because as long as this gearing is floating, everyone is going to focus that gearing. The gearing got some torps into the Stalingrad, but it wasn't enough, and down goes the gearing. Which is a shame, because the friendlies are 2 ships behind. They are equal on points though, so that's nice. And those torps are looking pretty nice on the Stalingrad. And this is a problem that I've noticed with replays right now. If you were tracking your shells or your torpedoes in the replay, it just bugs out, and I have no idea why. Like usually, if somebody tracked their own shells, then you can see it in the replay. But you know, in the current version of World of Warships, if you're watching a replay and somebody was tracking his shells or torpedoes, the camera does interesting things. But you know, replays are buggy. It's nothing new. So, the cap in the middle has appeared, the enemies are currently trying to take it, but I mean Zfilez is in the area and he can easily contest that. He's trying to torpedo the Republic, but unfortunately I think that guy is going to sail behind an island. Now the friendlies have 1 ship behind, but that's not the end of the world. They kind of have an okay coverage. Well, I mean, technically they could create crossfires, but I think the friendlies are too far away. The islands are blocking that from happening. And this Republic seems... Wasn't she like behind this island for a long time now? Was it a different island? Has he ever actually moved? So... friendly ship deployment is slightly questionable, but at least the Moscow and the Stalingrad are arriving here, so they might be able to help. Now, Zfilez is providing a smoke screen here for his Moskva. Now, of course, Moscow and Stalingrad, they both have very punishing stealth fire penalties. I'm not exactly sure how much, but the Tsar might be too close. But then again, the Tsar is retreating, so there is that. Now it looks like the enemy team is finally moving in here in force. And... well, let's see if he could go through here, or he could go... oh, there are torpedoes incoming. Yeah, I guess he isn't going through here. This might be close. Ah, there you go, he managed. So side note, this is one of the reasons why I like the acceleration module on my destroyers, because well, that you are somewhat stationary, maybe in a smoke or something, and then suddenly something like torps arrive and you need to get going fast, or a radar pops up. It's a situation that it happens very often. So getting the acceleration boost is, I think, really helpful. But that's just a side note. Now Zfilez is sailing into a position to hopefully help torpedo the incoming storm. The Republic, did he just move? Did I imagine things? Maybe I'm just imagining things. So, the bright side is that Shimakaze has a lot of torps, and if the enemy is actually pushing, then those torpedoes might be useful. The worst case is always if the enemy is safe. Well, I mean, probably winning the game if every enemy is just running away, but targets pushing against you are obviously easier to torpedo, so that might be helpful. There is a Smolensk, so some torps going towards the smoke screen, and he has some torps going for the Republic, I think, although we will see if we will see what the enemy battleship does. Oh, the Republic is actually moving. It's a miracle. So let's hope that those torps find a new home in that smoke. Preferably inside a Smolensk. Because that would be rather helpful. And once again we have that annoying bug here that you can't really track your torpedoes in a replay for reasons unknown to man. And there you go. He's got... Oh, there were the torpedoes against the Republic. And there were the torpedoes against the Smolensk. So, nicely done. Unfortunately, this battle is far from over. Now, points-wise, the teams are equal again. Ship-wise, the friendlies are one ship behind. And the enemy is... Are they capping A? I think... Oh. No, they are not. So, it looks like the Republic was flooded. And now the friendlies might... Well, okay, the enemies are pushing in again. So more torps going for a Yamato there. But it looks like that Yamato is slowing down. Now the enemy team still has a destroyer, but the presence of the friendly radars are probably making the Yang very careful. So it looks like he is not willing to risk it. Now Zfilez could go in there and maybe try to collect a buff or two. Obviously, he is currently trying to keep torpedoing the enemy forces, but they are currently on reload, so maybe he could just grab something in there. So, Yamato is going down. The Thunderer is... Oh, is the Thunderer pushing into those torps? I mean, the Yamato is reversing, so I think they are going to miss. And look. Camera. I hate you. Well, there is one torp into the Thunderer. And... Well, unfortunately, the Yamato lives for now. Although the friendly team might have something to say about that. Now the Thunderer is getting rather close, but I mean Shima has awesome concealment, so there is still some leeway here. And of course Zfilez has his smoke ready, considering that he is also on full health. Should be in pretty good shape here, even if he gets briefly discovered. And there is one more buff for the friendlies. Heal is almost here. Grabbing another heal is always nice. Heal can be very powerful, especially in longer battles, because it means that if you don't get focused down, you can just maybe get into concealment and heal up again. And that's another heal for the friendlies, and I mean he can pick up the heal over there too. I think Torps might be going for the Sow here once again. The camera just hates us. So I have to take control here. He got the Thunderer, that's nice. He is not getting anything into the Sow though, I suppose. But the Sow is already retreating again. I wonder what that Kremlin up north does. I don't think we have seen that Kremlin in a long time. Which is kind of weird. Now, ship-wise, two forces are equal, but the friendlies do have quite the points lead. So I guess the friendlies really rocking the buffs here. Also, I haven't seen the Yuang. I mean, the Yuang is probably still going to avoid the Raider, and that's why he's also avoiding the cap. That's obviously a major advantage for the friendlies. They do still have Raider, while the enemies has been destroyed a while ago. And there is another buff. So Zfilez is trying to smoke here the friendly Stalingrad, but, well, I think that Kremlin is way too close. And he just gave up the capture points by sailing out of here. I'm not sure if it matters in the long run, but I mean, it's obviously a nice move to try to smoke that Stalingrad. And he can still go into concealment if he wants to by silencing his guns. Those are very interesting torps. I mean, the Stalingrad has no reason to leave the smoke right now. But he has a lot of trust in the teammates. But you know, Torps are going against the Kremlin. Maybe he can get a nice hit. If the Kremlin were gone, then the Stalingrad could actually profit from this smoke. Then again, who else would he be shooting, I suppose? And once again, I guess I have to override the camera here. So, oh, is a Venezia incoming? And a Hindenburg is engaging. Zfilez is picking up another buff, cause why not? And meanwhile, the Stalingrad is now charging the Kremlin. Let's unlock the camera, let's see. Interesting duel going on there. Let's hope that the Stalingrad prevails. Meanwhile, Zfilez decided to shoot the Venezia. Makes sense, the Venezia is blinding herself with the smoke screen. So, the Venezia is close enough that he is getting spotted while shooting from his smoke, but the smoke prevents him from spotting Zfilez, so that's lovely. A nice turn of events. And some free. Oh, the smoke is running out on the Venezia. What a shame. Now the Stalingrad prevailed over the Kremlin. And I guess Zfilez decided that, you know, it's time for Pew Pew. I mean, he's still healthy. He doesn't have a smoke screen though, so he can't disappear if he wants to. And Venezia can do an awful lot of damage even with a single salvo against a destroyer, so I'm not sure if I would have taken that risk here. Especially since he can't just disappear in his smoke screen and... oh, that camera is driving me insane. So, he got the Venezia with Torps, nicely done. There is the 6th kill and a Confederate. Now it's 50 seconds remaining, the friendlies do have a lovely lead. But I never actually managed to grab the A-cap. Now, where is the Yu Yang at? And so they are just running away, I suppose. I wonder if the Yu Yang just tried to torpedo a Stalingrad this whole time, because we haven't seen anything from him, and obviously he wanted to stay away from the cap because of the radar positioning, I suppose. But I don't know, I feel like he could have just switched flanks and tried to do something from the other side, or use those islands as cover, because, you know, being raided isn't the end of the world if they can't shoot you. But, you know, time's running out and this is a win. So here we have the results. Zfilez earned himself 2,778 base experience. Nicely done, nicely done. He also achieved a Confederate, a devastating strike, a double strike, and a Kraken. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.